Fine. Just for the video, we're going to have the subathon timer over to the side there because that way you can see most of the blog, hopefully. Apologies for those watching the video after the upload. We're currently doing a subathon over here at King Condor on YouTube. Ow. For the whole week for Halloween, so come by to that and call me a dickhead if you like. The chat would greatly appreciate your contribution. But we have sailing being launched in 4 weeks' time. As predicted, November the 19th, the week after Gridmaster finishes. Invest in bonds? I don't know, man. I'm not sure how good the hype is behind sailing. We'll have to have a look. Some people are really not keen for it. I personally was a long-time sailing no voter. I did a bunch of tests, play testing. We did the beta and so on, and everything that Jagex let us try to do with sailing. And to be honest, I enjoyed it more than I thought I would. It's not perfect. I think it won't ruin the game, but it's going to hit this game like a fucking truck no matter what. So, it's coming out November the 19th at 10 a.m. UTC, whenever the fuck that is. It's on the Wednesday, normal update week. 4 weeks away. Fuck, good luck, to be honest. Good luck to everyone involved. But let's have a look at what they've got, what we already know, what we don't know. There's a video here. I don't know if it's worth watching this. It looks like it's just a overview. We can have a look at it later on the stream, that's fine. But for the sake of the video, let's keep it short and sweet. So, first of all, sailing is a massive update. Probably one of the biggest updates coming to the game, to be honest. We'll call it our project of projects. It's bigger and more expansive than any content that's come before it. As a new skill, it touches almost every aspect of the game, giving you brand new ways to choose to play. OSRS has always been about player autonomy and decision making. Build your adventure your way. Sailing is going to offer you new goals and fresh ways to progress without taking away what already makes the game so special. We want to reassure you that sailing won't change what you already love about Oldschool Runescape, which is good. And to be honest, I got that during the beta. When playing the beta, it felt like Oldschool Runescape. It felt like I wasn't playing a new game. It's not a dungeoneering rework. No, absolutely not. It's not even close. When EOC came to RuneScape 2, it felt different. I immediately thought I was playing Diablo. It did not feel the same. Sailing feels like Oldschool Runescape, so you still get that sense of the Oldschool Runescape experience. It's here to enhance your experience, not replace it, which makes sense. We're confident that it will feel like a natural extension of Gillinor, something that could have existed right from the very beginning. If they're confident, let's give it a crack. Why not? What about max capes, Daddy? Will they be stolen from the nerd? Yeah, of course, just like your quest cape. It's common sense, really. If you think that you're going to keep your max cape because a new skill comes out but you maxed, you're out of your fucking mind. Same thing happens with a quest cape. As soon as a new quest comes out, you can't touch that cape. Sure, skilling takes longer, but also, fuck you. You're not special. You don't have the requirements, you don't get the cape. Although we've shared a lot of details about sailing throughout its development, there's still so many things to discover when it comes to the game. Throughout our public and NDA playtests, we've continued to iterate on what we can do to improve and what we can't wait to see you'll jump in for the very first time. Can't wait to see you all jump into for the very first time. Has been one of the greatest privileges to work on a project like this, from early concepts to alpha, then to beta, but it's almost time, boys. We'd like to extend a huge thank you to every single person who's been involved in the playtesting or feedback. You're welcome. Both publicly and behind the scenes, your work has been invaluable. We're confident that we've created something special here, and it is our sincere hope that when the community tries sailing on launch day, players feel like sailing has always belonged in Gillinor. Does anyone actually think we keep our max capes? Yeah, some people did. We've got some cool ideas in mind for what's to offer in 2026, and we want you to help shape next year and beyond. But before we dive into that, let's break down what's happening and what we're going to see on November 19th. So, if you've been reading these blogs and watching our videos on sailing over the course of development, you might already be well versed in what's coming, so you can skip to the next section. We'll go over it quickly because we've gone over fucking all of this on the channel, and there's videos everywhere you can look this up. So we won't go too hard. Shipbuilding and upgrades, you'll be able to build your ships and upgrade them using construction to build facilities, or simply pay a shipwright who can build most of the basic facilities. You can own up to 5 boats at any time, upgrade the boat at the shipyard, stronger components, bigger boats are faster, smaller boats are more agile, I'm pretty sure was the concept. You can choose from 10 NPCs across Gillinor and ask them to join your crew. Remember, if your friends are online, they can also join too. A maximum of 5 crewmates or friends can join you at any time, helping you manage your facilities and keep things smooth sailing. So this means things like helping you shoot cannons and salvage shit and basically start fights with other people. Planks going up? Probably, but the thing is, planks, cannonballs and all that shit, they're not going to be relevant because the new planks that actually matter are going to be in sailing when it comes out, not the ones that are currently in game, right? You're going to want all these new trees and shit. The sea is teeming with new creatures and aquatic wildlife, but unfortunately most of them won't greet new faces very kindly. Ship combat has been designed to work very similarly to how combat works on land, so don't expect raid level mechanics just yet. Thankfully, you'll be able to repair your boat using repair kits at a shipwright's workbench found near all shipwrights. Go nuts. Alright. Combat was quite simple. You can shoot things on land, which is sick. It's shoot, can, good luck. Sailing don't use normal planks. I don't think it does it? What's up, Mickey? Sailing gameplay, just like clicking rocks to mine ore or logs to burn fire, the core gameplay loop for sailing is nice and simple. Earn sailing XP by successfully interacting with facilities on your boat. Simplest example of the loop is trimming your sails. Fuck trimming the sails. Holy shit. As soon as you can get an NPC to trim your sails, the better. You'll get a burst of XP and a nice little speed boost. Now, it will be rather sad if that's how you're expected to train sailing all the way to 99, so we developed 4 sailing training methods as well as hybrid sailing fishing training method. Here's what's coming. We need good XP rates. I don't care what the method is. If the method is like tedious, but it's 300k XP an hour, I'll fucking do it all day with a straight face. I don't care. But we need good rates. I love the water. I think the color change of the water is nice. They've done a good job with that. So we got port tasks. Use your boat as a service. So this is basically just fucking sailing from one port to another. And I believe you have to physically sail. You can't just teleport from one port to another. You were able to do that in the alpha. You can't do that now, I don't think. So that's fun. Port tasks was pretty tedious, pretty boring, to be honest. It's kind of like Slayer, but slower and worse. 50k XP an hour to make the high-level community suffer as they grind at 99. Nah, fuck that, dude. We need at least 6 figures, for sure. Shipwreck salvaging is your AFK woodcutting. Just stand there and get shit. Very easy. I'd take a bankable 40k. Yeah, fair. Shipwreck salvaging is going to be your low XP AFK. You just kind of sit there, salvage until it depletes, and then go to the next one, salvage, and so on. Same as woodcutting, very similar concept. Sea charting. This is a bit of a weird one. So this is where you use the captain's log, and you can document, chart, and study areas of the sea that were previously undiscovered. I think this is like a one-time thing. It's almost like an achievement diary collection log for sailing. So I get it's to kind of get people to explore, and that's the point of sailing, but I guess doing that, you get XP for completing it. When you complete an area, you'll receive an additional chunk of XP and specific rewards, including something interesting, some interesting sailing upgrades. So I guess this is a way to upgrade your shit, so that's not too bad. It's kind of like a collection log, combat task system for sailing in a way, but super, super basic. That's fine. And Barracuda Trials is your Halixa version of sailing, in a sense of where it's fast-paced, it's time-based, it's skill-based, it's all about being quick, agile, consistent, and honestly not terrible, to be honest. The Temper Tantrum is the one everyone got to try. It was pretty decent. They got the Jubbly Jive and the Gwyneth Glide. It's going to be more about, moving quick, not fucking around, throwing shit from your boat, getting back in there without getting fingered by Temperos at the same time, and you'll get good XP just for being quick. Did anyone else not turn in a bunch of their achievement diaries to use XP lamps on sailing? I don't think you'll be able to, right? I think Jagex might not let you use big XP lamps for the first maybe month or so, but also you need the skill to be level 30 to use easy lamps, and then 50 to use hard or some shit, right? So I don't know. It's got to be level 70 for you to use elite. So you got to get the level anyway, right? I guess it wouldn't really matter at that point. Deep sea trawling. So when you sail out far out in sea, you'll find fish that you cannot usually find near the shores. Building a trawling net facility on your boat allows you to access these fish, so you can earn a mix of sailing and fishing XP. You look forward to plenty of new and exotic fish. This is basically just fish and trawler again. Got Granger ones to use right away if possible. Alright, well, good luck, dude. As if you saved those this whole fucking time, cunt. You're insane. Sailing launches with brand new quests If you took part in the sailing alpha or beta, you may already be familiar with the Pandemonium, the introductory quest for sailing. This is designed to teach you the ropes, no pun intended. Our most anticipated sailing quest, Troubled Tortugans, introduce a new race called Tortugans. They're the turtle guys, and they're under threat by the Griffins and need your help. You'll meet them when you sail over to the Great Conch, which is a sick fucking place. A followed up quest with the Red Reef is planned to launch sometime later next year. I think that's going to give you the new farming content. So we're not going to get everything we voted on immediately by the sounds of it. Let me hold this lamp while I grind out level 70, sailing for 50k XP. Yeah, that's it. New areas. We're not going to reveal much about the new islands you'll discover with sailing, since we want to preserve some of the magic on launch. But we'll give you an idea of the scale. There are over 30 new islands being added to the launch of sailing, some of which come with new dungeons. It's all coming at once with room to expand later. Big. The team has put a huge amount of work into environmental storytelling and can't wait to see you all jump in. Who'll be the first to discover these mystery places? Who cares? So, new resources. Perhaps the most exciting of all, many new resources have been added to sailing. Bank space will be increased, and you're able to gather new items like logs, oars, rocks, fish, seeds, fabric, and more. So check out the blog. We've already seen the blog. You get a bunch of new shit to mine and woodcut and so on. Makes sense. Sick little pet, by the way. There's an ants, but this turtle here I think is the pet, so that's dope. New training methods. You'll get new things to mine, new things to woodcut. Carefully design new training methods to fill current gaps in progression. You'll get new blowpipes, shit like that. Your boat opens the door to countless quality of life improvements, both on and off the water. If you build the right facilities, you can upgrade and customize up to 5 boats, each tailored to your playstyle, and add unique cosmetics to show off your achievements. Unlock new dock teleport locations using the teleport me to boat spell, or simply set sail directly to your destination. We completely acknowledge that many players will continue to prefer using traditional teleports for fast travel, and that's okay. Sailing either directly or via teleports unlocked via the skill. So you have to go somewhere before you teleport there. Can offer an ideal option for certain situations. If not, it will still offer plenty of reward outside of traversal. What's up, Putty Ninja? How are you, man? Any bets on day one rollback? Or I think they're gonna do. I mean, they've done a bit of work already in terms of engine work and back-end work. I would like to think no, but let's be honest, there probably will be a rollback. There's a good chance they may roll back something. There can't be a rollback. It would just be like a rollback to like 10 minutes before the update, then add the update or some shit. It'll be a couple months before you can use the lamps. Yeah, it'll be something like that. I don't think you'll be able to use the lamps straight away. The turtle one, really unfortunate. I feel like the second was... I don't know if the turtle won. I just assumed that was it. I can't remember what one. The Gleaming Rapier, now called Bell's Folly. Gleaming Rapier sounds way better. Brand new 5-tick powerful stab weapon, providing an alternative to the Zamorak and Hasta without completely eclipsing it. Cool, Zamorak Hasta's still better, but Krill sucks, so... Awesome. The Horn of Plenty is another powerful account upgrade, allowing you to gather resources at an improved rate and providing a boost to your hunter level. Cool. So, we're aware of all this. We've already gone over this before, so that's huge. What could 2026 sailing updates look like? This is what's more important. I don't think it's about the release of sailing now. We get that. We're getting it. But what about sailing going forward? Early 2026, they're looking at the Red Reef, second Tortugan quest, and then a new type of port task, which is still going to be going from one fucking task to the other, I bet. Summer 2026, which is mid-2026, I think. Small-scale boss at sea and player-designed island. Okay, pretty cool. Alright. Sailing is such a community-driven project. We initially planned for a player-designed island to be part of the launch package. We got further into the project, realised that players need to have a good idea of what sailing is and several existing island reference points to be able to design something within our specifications. Okay, cool. Player-designed island competition should kick off shortly after launch. When you've had a chance to get your hands on the content, this will allow you to explore the area and see what already exists before adding your own ideas. That's cool. Autumn 2026, new Barracuda Trials, sequel quest, existing storyline, and then late 2026 is a sea expansion. They're going to bring Water 2, boys. Yes, it's happening. Beach 1 and Beach 2. Yeah, PoE hideouts. Yeah, shit like that would be cool. I mean, you get that with your player in house already anyway, but to kind of expand on that would be good. Okay, these updates we've suggested for early 2026 would be relatively quick for us to implement, which is why we could offer them so soon after the skills launch. Anything else like the player design island or new sea boss will need some more time. Okay. Right, we think a new port task would be welcome as variety after Christmas. Okay. What could further sailing updates include? So we're looking here at ship PvP. Ah, man, I don't think that's going to happen. That's crazy. Not PvP the way it is right now. They love the idea of PvP battles in ships. Thematically, it hits the spot in something that could really bring Sea to life. This was a feature mentioned during pre-production of the skill and isn't something that was ever planned for launch. Considering it would be such a huge undertaking, however, the technical work to make it viable someday has been done, and we're confident that it could happen. We intend to investigate ship PvP at some point in the future, depending on player interest, desirability, and other things the game needs. There's a section later in this blog detailing how we'll analyze play. There's no way they do ship PvP. I'm telling you now, I bet you it ain't going to happen. Wilderness expansion would be sick, yeah, but I don't think it needs sailing. I think PvP needs and would benefit greatly from things that aren't fucking sailing related. This ain't fucking happening, dude. I'm telling you now, ship PvP, that's not happening for a long time. People don't already like PvP as is. You're telling me that you now want to take the aspect of ships and boats and sailing and make a PvP concept there, and you want to risk your bank plus whatever's on your boat? You think you're not going to lose your shit if you get killed by another player? Come on. Fuck that, man. You're not voting for shit PvP. It sounds cool, but there's a reason you don't PvP now, because you're a bitch and you don't want to lose your gear, and fair enough. Ain't going to happen, dude. Fuck no. Colossal boats were a massive party-sized boat initially planned for the launch of sailing. Unfortunately, their sheer size was too large for fluid navigation. Yeah, they're way too fucking big. It's like trawler-sized or charter-sized boats. I have to relog, get nerd-logged on my fucking Ironman. They're not looking to develop colossal boats. Okay, hybrid training methods. So, sea monster hunting, sailing and slayer, mineral dredging, sailing and mining. Hybrid training methods discussed during pre-production. When it came to creating a core sailing feature set, we decided to pick one hybrid method. Deep sea trawling makes sense with fishing to flesh it out completely to ensure that it met our standards. This was another hybrid training method. Oh, there was another one, the coral farming mentioned during pre-production, which was the sailing farming hybrid method. Since then, we've changed it to be a farming only activity, which will be part of the launch. Okay, so it's just going to be farming now, not sailing farming, but you need sailing to unlock it. Sailing guild, yeah, it's called the Ocean Mates. We mentioned a guild concept in our early pre-production. However, we have since determined that the guild is not needed for launch. Fair enough. Once players get their heads around the skill, we will likely have more of an idea of what such players could unlock. Maybe the player-designed island could have the guild. Throughout development, this is for more quests. We've had many requests for players to continue the popular and iconic pirate and penguin storyline. Could have very close ties to sailing. We'd love the idea. In fact, Mod Ed has already started. But Mod Ed's a fucking G. He's the little ginger cunt that does all the big quests. He's doing the next vampire one. This guy's fucking all over it, eh? We didn't want to go overboard with the quest at this stage. Fair enough. Fuck that. Thank you. Interactive NPC ships have been added to sailing. However, in the future, we would like to have them as interactive ones with your ship. For example, to be plunderable or vice versa. No set plans have been made yet this year. Yeah, that would be more fun than PvP. They haven't mentioned a raid at all, which is awesome. I don't think they will mention a raid for a bit, because Raids 4 is not going to be sailing related to my knowledge. There's a bunch of like mod quotes if you give enough of a shit about all that. I'm not going to go through and read what the mods think. It's going to be pretty biased based on them making sure that this was worth their time. And I don't blame them. I'm sure they're quite proud of sailing. But overall, you have no fucking choice. I don't think they said they're going to re-poll it before it gets put in the game. A lot of people are saying that they're not re-polling sailing when they said they would before it's released. I don't know if they actually did say that or if that's just a Twitter rumor. But it's coming, so fucking man up and enjoy it. I'd rather sailing be good for the game than have it suffer because I didn't like it. I think that's the main thing at the end of the day. Are they going to have clans of 60 ships ragging you in ship PvP? No, they're not. No. Protect from cannibal would be just protect from range. You might be interested if you want to explore what was the beta version of the islands. It will probably change for now. There are some proposed islands there. No, the link doesn't show up. Are you talking about... there's a link here somewhere, right? New training methods. Oh no, maybe not. No, I remember most of what the previous blogs said and showed with the islands in the ocean. There's a fuck ton of things that they really wanted to do. I don't know how much they're really going to bring on release by the looks of it, but if you don't want to support it, just don't level it. Well, it's not even that don't level it. It's just that you'd rather, like, if you should be able to find one thing you like about you should be able to find one thing you like about sailing, whether you like it or not, you know? This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him. God damn. Fuck me. Look at that boy.